Hey, what's up, everybody? I am high performance mindset coach Jay Hollingshed. I help athletes win more competitions and consistently get better stats. I help entrepreneurs become more productive and consistently earn more profit. I am the high performance mindset coach Jay Hollingshed, and today is day 66 of 365. 66 of my 365 7 pillars of mental performance in 365 days. A lot of numbers. So, 7 pillars of mental performance in 365 days. This is day 66, and I already got people tuning in. My brother AJ, I appreciate you. I love you, man. Troy Wilkins, boom. Lisa Hollingshed, boom. That's what I'm talking about. My people tuning in. Thanks, babe. I appreciate you. Today is day 3 of the week, Tuesday, which we will discuss pillar number 3, and that is focus and concentration. If you've been paying attention to some of the earlier posts that I put out today on focus and concentration, that's what I'm going to hit on. How to stay focused and how to improve your concentration. Damon Woods, hey, what's happening, brother? I appreciate you tuning in. Now, before we get into that, I got to do my thank yous. Thank you for those who are tuning in right now that I've already acknowledged. Thank you to those of you that will be tuning in. Those that are watching on repeat, thank you so much. First time viewers, thank you. I love you for doing so. This is episode 66. If you missed episodes 1 through 65, I'm on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel. Everything I do is on YouTube. Catch this episode in its entirety on YouTube if this one happens to cut off on the social media platform you are watching. Now, quick question for everybody. Focus and concentration. Has your lack of focus or lack of concentration kept you from performing at your highest potential? What has your lack of focus and your lack of concentration cost you? Has it cost you dearly? Has it actually has it taken you away from something that you should have been focused on and the outcome was not good? One scenario could be texting and driving. If you're texting and while you're driving, or if you're on the phone while you're driving and your focus and concentration is not on driving, it can result in something that can cost you dearly. So that's the example I'm talking about. I recently had an example, maybe not recently, but a few years back, about 5.5, 6 years ago. I took a promotional exam on the Memphis Fire Department, and I had a momentary lapse in focus. And that actually cost me points on the exam, which made my placement as far as my ranking in the exam went down further than it did in the previous time I took the exam. So I do understand, and I know what it feels like to lose concentration and to lose focus and have that cost you. KK, Raketa Clark, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you, sis. But that lack of focus and lack of concentration will actually cost you dearly if you don't pay attention to it. So let's get right into it. How to stay focused on your task. I took some notes on that, and also some notes on how to improve your concentration. First off, how to stay focused on your task. First of all, we're going to measure the goal of our task. We have to measure the goal of our task. And why do I say that? Because measuring the goal of your task keeps you engaged in the process of achieving your task. And it also gives you a sense of motivation because you can gauge and measure your progress. And you look at your progress and you see how far you've come, the steps you've taken, and you get that, like I always say, that endorphin rush, and that endorphin rush kicks in, and next thing you know, you started feeling better about what you have done. You get that sense of motivation. So measuring the goal of your task is a great way to stay focused on your task. Now, the next one, do not multitask. I'm saying don't multitask. Everybody says I'm good at it. I can get a lot of stuff done doing 2 and 3 things at one time. However, you may get them done, but what's the quality of your outcome? What is the quality of the work when you're doing 2 and 3 things at one time? You get 3 things done, but you don't get them done in the amount of time you would if you did them in one at a time. Also, if you did them one at a time, the quality of your work or your task, the outcome would be greater. Look at that. Curtis Odom. I appreciate you, brother. Raketa Clark says she agreeing with me. Yeah, she knows. That's Dr. Clark. So she knows. I'm taking her word for it as well. Also, visualize your completed task. Visualize your completed task. I'm saying that because when you visualize your completed task before you start the physical act of completing the task, you actually establish a point B, because in your task, your starting point is point A. The completed task or the completed version of it is point B. So when you establish that point B, you give your mind a mental frame of reference. You give your mind that mental point is like a guideline, and the shortest distance between point A and point B is a straight line. And that straight line is keeping you focused. That's your guideline. So when you give your mind a point B, you give your mind an objective as to say, oh, this is what we're going for. This is our goal. This is what we're shooting for. And when you see that mentally, you envision that first before starting the physical act of completing the task, your mind already knows where to go. So if you get distracted or something tries to distract you, your mind already recognizes that that's not part of point B. So I need to stick with the straight line, my focus, my guideline to get to point B. So visualize your completed task before you start the act of completing the task. Now, third thing, write your goals down. I always say that, write your goals down. And that's actually I say that every Wednesday. Why? Because Wednesdays is pillar number 4 of my 7 pillars of mental performance. And pillar number 4 is goal setting. I say write your goals down because writing your goals down anchors them. It makes them tangible. The goal is no longer in your mind. Well, no longer only in your mind, you can also hold it in your hand. And it's another system or reference of accountability, something else to keep you on task. So when you're staying on task from a written goal, that's your physical anchor, or that's your physical guide. And when you visualize it, that's your spiritual guide. So now you have a mental and a physical point of reference to take you to your goal and keep you on task. Now, those were the points to how to stay focused on your task. Now, we're going to talk about how to improve your concentration. I have 3 points for that. First point, control your thoughts. Control your thoughts. Some of you may be saying, okay, control your thoughts. How do you control your thoughts? I can't control what thoughts I have. No, we cannot control what thoughts we have. We can't control the crazy thoughts that come in our heads all the time. But what we can control is how long that thought stays in our head. We don't want it to take up residence in our head. Evict it, kick it out. It don't belong there. And like any other thought, they come to pass. They come, if they realize they're not welcome, they will pass. They keep going, just like life. Life flows. Life comes to pass. The same thing with your thoughts. So those crazy thoughts that come in your mind, you don't allow them to stay. And that's, a lot of people may say that's easier said than done. I disagree, because you control your thoughts all day long and don't realize it. You do that every time you change your mind. If a thought comes into your mind that you don't like, and our thoughts become our actions. And if it's something you don't want to do, you decide not to do it, you've actually changed your mind. When you change your mind, you change your thoughts. So it's easy. Control your thoughts just as easy as controlling your actions. You change your mind. That's the first one. The second one, you have to practice improving your concentration. Practice improving your concentration. I went over this yesterday with the volleyball team with Ohio Dominican University, working with them in my my workshop on focus and concentration. And I gave them 2 exercises, 2 mental exercises for their homework. The first one, control your focus. Control your concentration. Ron Thompson, hey, what's up, bruh? I appreciate you for watching, man. When you're controlling your concentration, like I told the team at Ohio Dominican University yesterday, your first assignment is to learn how to strengthen your concentration. You do that by tuning in to something that's minute, and you tune everything else out. I told them to listen to their favorite song. They always, the youth nowadays like to walk around with their earbuds plugged in or their headphones on, and they're in their own world anyway. So I made it easy for them. I said, since you got your ears plugged up and your headphones on, all you got to do is pick a song, listen to it. Your song has like 5 or 6 instruments, maybe 5 or 6 voices. I want you to pick out one sound. It can be one voice, it can be one instrument, but pick out that one and focus only on that one. And when you focus on that one, you're tuning everything else out, and you are really pushing everything else out, and you are strengthening your concentration when you do that, because it's being challenged by the other sounds that are coming in, and you're constantly battling, pushing those away. So you're strengthening your concentration. Your concentration is like an emotional muscle. And my frat brother right there, Ron Thompson, can tell you, he has Fitness University. You work your muscles to get stronger, right? You got to keep working those to get stronger. You got to practice and keep doing that over and over. You got to have that resistance coming in to build your muscles and build your strength. Well, the same thing with the girls that I told them at the volleyball team for Ohio Dominican. You're going to be battling other sounds coming in, and that's going to be the resistance of you pushing those out the way and focusing on one sound to strengthen your concentration. And the same thing, I gave them another example. The other example I gave them was conversation. Have a conversation with somebody without your phone in your hand. Put your phone down. Look them in the eye when you're talking to somebody. Give them your undivided attention. See how long that lasts. The temptation and the resistance, it'll be your phone. It'll be whatever car is driving by. It could be a wild hair, that they may be having. You may look at food hanging off the corner of their mouth. I don't know. But look them in the eye and try not to get distracted. And to strengthen that, you see how long you held your concentration. If you held it for a minute the first time, okay, cool, no problem. Do it again. Try to go for 2 minutes next time. Try to go for 3 minutes after that. So you're constantly strengthening. You're raising the bar. You're strengthening your concentration that way. That was the second one. The second one was practice. That's how you practice strengthening. You're improving your concentration. The third one, meditate. Meditate, meditate, meditate. That's something I strongly believe in. I do all the time. Meditate twice a day. Twice a day. No matter what. And when you meditate, meditation increases your level of awareness. And an increased level of awareness allows you to sense and feel your immediate surroundings. When you sense and feel your immediate surroundings, you gain an understanding of what's happening around you as the events unfold around you. When you have that type of awareness, you are able to channel your thoughts. And the ability to channel your thoughts allows you an ease of concentration. You see everything that's going on. You can feel everything that's going on. So there's no need to turn around and be like, okay, what's happening? What's happening? What's going on? If you know what's going on and you're already aware of it, pick what you're going to focus on and settle on that. If you can already see, sense, and feel everything around you, there's no need to be turning around to be distracted by it. You know it's there, so focus on what you want to concentrate on. Pick your level of concentration, your area of concentration, and focus on that. Meditation will help you with your awareness, and that's like a mindful meditation. You practice mindfulness to gain a greater awareness. I can tell you right now, just 6 months ago, I was diagnosed with a combined type ADHD plus a multi-symptom reading disorder. And my clinical neuropsychologist that actually put me through the 7-hour exam to come to that conclusion, she told me that I really shouldn't have a a master's in healthcare administration with that combined diagnosis. But I can tell you what got me through that and what is still getting me through: meditation. Meditation helps align my focus and concentration. With ADHD, my focus is all over the place sometimes. I don't know if you've noticed it in some of my videos, but if you notice it, don't laugh. Just pray for it, brother. Hey, D'Angela Michelle, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. But focus and concentration is awesomely helped with meditation. And so it improves my level of awareness and my reading comprehension. It allows me to concentrate for a better level of reading comprehension, because my reading disorder says that I have a low level reading comprehension rate. That's from what I accomplished. I can quite agree with that just a little bit because of the way I accomplished it. However, that's my story, and that's how I have been able to get past that through because of the meditation practice. Now, focusing and concentrating. What about you? Let's talk about you for a second. How has your lack of focus or your inability to concentrate kept you from going where you want to go, doing what you want to do, performing at your peak level? Has it ever kept you from going through and performing at your potential? If it has, reach out to me. I know I can help you out. I can help you out. Just reach out to me. I've done that. I've been there, done that, still doing that today. And you can reach me at speaktojay.com, speaktojay.com. Or if you're right now watching whatever social media platform this is being played on or replayed on, just instant message me, DM me. We can work it out that way as well. So, hey, Raquel Clark is saying, okay, I don't believe it. Well, actually, it is believable when I look at how I struggled from the ADHD and the reading disorder. It's highly believable because it answered a lot of questions I've had all my life. And Kay, we can talk about this on a different note or offline, because it's a lot that I would love to tell you about that. But those of you that are watching, thank you so much. That's all I have for day 66 of my 365 days of 7 pillars of mental performance in 365 days. So thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate everyone. I love you so much. Be well, stay blessed, and through love, be a blessing. God bless.